Hello everybody, peace, welcome to another episode, and today I'm going to be talking about this common theme that has just been around me so often recently. I have posted a few videos about it and I really want to approach it from a different perspective, and this is all about anger and what happens when we don't direct our anger in the right place. Instead, we direct it to those who we care about.
From beautiful seas to flourishing legacies.
So I remember having this conversation. It was with a client and they were telling me about some of the places where they direct their anger and in how they felt a certain way towards people who had really not done anything wrong. And then they just felt really ashamed and they felt really guilty and they just felt really bad. And honestly, it is something that I'm sure so many of us can relate to. It is this feeling that sometimes you just get irritable, right? And then you get frustrated and then you get annoyed at specific the people who you really care about, and you end up shouting at them. And I wanted to just say that anger is good when it is something that is done with wisdom, right? So that is a big sentence to say without actually adding any meaning to it, because it could be so easy. Be angry and then, do it with wisdom. And honestly, it's not very helpful unless you know what anger is and where it comes from and how to use your anger as well. So first and foremost, like I said, I have made a lot of videos on this. I've talked about anger. I've talked about how anger is something that is crucial for our protection, our self-preservation. Is something that should really guide every boundary. It is something that blocks something from us that is not good for us, and it is something that is the purpose of anger. And we normally have a hint of our boundaries being trespassed when we feel this resentment, when we feel this anger towards someone, and that's telling you, okay, this doesn't work for you, and someone is going over an unsaid line that you need to put down and say it's a line and you can't cross it, right? That's the purpose of anger. What tends to happen though is, as children, specifically if we were in homes where our anger was not welcome, in fact, every other emotion was welcome: sadness, happiness, excitement, but anger was something that was unacceptable, unless, of course, it was from our caretakers who had every right to be angry. And if we even so much as, said something to them like, no, or this isn't right and I don't like this, out of anger, then it would trigger them so much that they would literally shut it out of us. And what happens over time is, and it comes up in different ways as well, what happens is that we suppress the anger. You know how it is. We grow older, we become passive aggressive, or we completely, like literally a lid comes off our heads and we become the angry ones. And then there is this extreme because we've never really known how to work with our anger. It was never modeled to us. It is something we are learning to do, right? So you have these two extremes. You have passive aggressive people who have suppressed their anger. It's coming out in a different way, and it's something that they didn't feel comfortable doing around their caretakers. So when they do it, it's like a hidden, covert, slight, it's a dig, it's all of these things. And then you have a rageful person who is hurting someone else, and both of these are types of anger that hurts someone else. But then there's the other anger, which is suppressed anger. Is something that we push so deep down our throats that we would literally rather scream in a pillow than let anybody see how angry we are. I don't even know if that made sense, but I think you're getting the sentiment, right? So it's the idea of our anger, and there's these two extremes. We suppress it and then we do an injustice to ourselves. We oppress others by it, by going in a rage, and then we do an injustice to someone else. We trespass their boundaries. And of course, the best way is the balance, because in Islam, we believe that anger is good. In fact, there's even an anger called righteous anger, which is the kind of anger our Prophet, peace be upon him, used to have and harness. And even then, the way he physiologically with his body he reacted was so profound, because he didn't literally go into a frenzy of anxiety, like literally rage is like anxiety. Instead, what he did was his jaw clenched, his forehead became more focused, and that was him being healthy angry. And healthy angry is assertiveness. Now, what happens when we suppress our anger and we don't direct it towards the place where it belongs? I made another video about this. I did say that before, but the other video that I made a couple. One was about to direct your anger to the inner critic, right? So the inner critic is this internalized voice that is from all of the difficult people in our life that made us feel a certain way. They had an impact on us, and then we begin to have that negative voice against us as well. So the video that I made was saying, you know, be angry at the voice, be angry at the internalized voice. And I know that completely goes against common theology of, for example, the internal family systems, which is all about parts and there's no bad parts and they're all just scared. And I believe that is very true. It's important to have approach things from a place of compassion and understanding, but then you need to a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim when it comes to some voice inside of your head, whether it is a devil voice, whether it is a parent or a caretaker's voice that is, you know, embedded in itself inside of you, and it is beating you, telling you you're like this. Oh, you're so silly, you're an idiot, you're this, you're that, you can fill in the blanks, you are worthless, and all of these things. Then yeah, your anger needs to be present in order for you to stop that and then replace it with compassionate thoughts. And that is a practice that does not happen overnight. It takes time, it takes time, it takes time. But the point of this video is that when we don't direct our anger to where it belongs, and I want to bring it back out. I really hope you're following me. I know it feels like it's all over the place, but taking it back to the anger, when we don't direct the anger to the place that it belongs, which might be the internalized voice, our inner critic in our head, or towards a person, yes, being angry towards a person who deserves it. They are doing an injustice against you. They are trespassing your boundaries. They are trying to control you. They are trying to coerce you. They are trying to have power over you. And what happens is there's this resistance that is happening inside of you, but you hold on to the anger because you're so scared to express it. Maybe it's not safe to express it. But what I want you to do, if it is safe for you to express it, express it. If it isn't safe, then make sure you express it to yourself that I'm angry with this and I don't like, and I don't think, and I know it's not right the way they are treating me. Because what happens is when we don't express our anger, when we don't acknowledge it and we swallow it and we throw it to other places, whatever, the people who are the ones we care about the most, our children, especially our parents, if they're parents who are good parents, of course, and then it is also our friends and the people who are like soft, right? And the people who are not really scary to us in any way. And what we tend to do is we end up hurting them and shouting at them and being angry at them, even though they didn't do anything to really for that reaction from you. So the solution is very, very simple. After that whole bout of information, the solution is, if you're angry and you're feeling irritable and you're feeling frustrated, direct the anger to where it belongs. Whether that is shaitan, whether that is your inner critic, whether that is to a person who is being abusive to you. And if it's a dangerous situation, please don't do it to them overtly. Just know in your head that, and know in your heart that it is wrong. And you can do so many other exercises to let the anger out, such as shadow boxing. You don't even need to go anywhere to do that. You can do so many other things, whatever you feel is, able to let the anger go through your body. Because if you don't, then we will end up committing an injustice to those who we care about the most. So I hope that we can use our anger a little bit more wisely. I hope you know what wisdom means now as well from this video. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'm so excited to do one-on-one coaching with Muslim and non-Muslim sisters, and we work through things like complex PTSD, childhood trauma that is, and so many other aspects of growth as well, legacies, and I also do occasional group coaching, which is every other month, and I really hope that you can sign up for the waiting list. And I have a free downloadable if you don't want to do any of those things or you're not ready. I do have a free downloadable for you. Check it out, and it is a chapter from my book, The Woke Writer, and it is all about letting go, and it is all about surrender in a very conscious sense, and not mindless submission as so many people might think of it as. So have a beautiful and blessed day, everyone. Thank you for being here with me. Peace.